All right, so the next one here, the U.S. and Iraq to start talks on the future of the U.S. military presence. So the U.S. and Iraq will begin talks on the future of the U.S. military presence in Iraq, as Baghdad has been calling for the withdrawal of the U.S.-led coalition in response to U.S. airstrikes in the country. Sources told CNN that the U.S. and Iraq would use a military commission they formed last summer as a vehicle for the talks, and that part of the discussions would involve a potential timeline for a U.S. withdrawal. Sounds good, but there was also a report in Reuters about this that kind of actually said that it was not clear if these negotiations would lead to a U.S. withdrawal. That report said that the talks are expected to take several months, if not longer, with the outcome unclear and no U.S. troop withdrawal imminent. U.S. officials told CNN that the U.S. wants a withdrawal schedule based on the conditions in Iraq, including the status of ISIS and the stability of Iraq's security forces. Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani has repeatedly said, in recent weeks, that Iraq's security forces can handle the ISIS remnants that are left in the country. And now, on the other hand, so the U.S. wants to base the withdrawal on that, and then you have the Iraqi government wants to set a date for the withdrawal regardless of the situation with ISIS. The U.S., because just the situation in Iraq right now, it's so volatile, the U.S. presence risks sparking another major war in Iraq, and it's the last thing that country needs. As these attacks on U.S. bases in both Iraq and Syria continue, and the U.S. is bombing Iraq against the will of the Iraqi government. So, of course, they want them to leave. And al-Sudani, he condemned the latest strikes on Iraq, where the U.S. said that the U.S. targeted the Popular Mobilization Forces, which is a part of Iraq's security forces. It's a coalition of militias, and they called it a violation of sovereignty. A spokesman for al-Sudani said, "This unacceptable act undermines years of cooperation at a time when the region is already grappling with the danger of expanding conflict, the repercussions of the aggression on Gaza," end quote. So Iraq's national security advisor said that the way for the U.S. to reduce tensions in the region would be to pressure Israel to halt its offensive in Gaza. That would dramatically reduce tensions everywhere. But of course, Biden does not want to do that.